So in this video we are going to explore another tool that is named as Veil, and that tool is also just like MSF Console or MSF Venom, and we will create payload using that tool. And since this tool is not pre-built in our Kali Linux virtual machine but it is open source, so first we will install this tool on our Kali Linux machine. So let's just open the terminal here and we will just type apt install Veil. And since this tool requires root privileges to execute, so we will type sudo su, then we will type the password, and now if we type apt install Veil, packages will start installing. But as it says, Veil is already in the newest version in my system, so I don't need to install this again, but you have to install. And to run this amazing tool you just have to type Veil, and once you type Veil, just like it is executed on my terminal, it will execute on your terminal as well. But if you haven't installed it yet, after typing Veil it will start installing itself. And since Veil have a lot of dependencies, lot of libraries, so it will take a lot of time, you can't even guess. It might take up to 30 to 40 minutes, so be patient and make sure you don't shut down your PC. Also it will download a Wine app that is much useful for us from now, since Wine is a tool that helps us execute Windows application on our Linux machine. So let's get started with this Veil tool. And as you can see, this Veil tool looks just similar to MSF Console or MSF Venom. As it says, it has two available tools. First is evasion and second is ordnance. Also it has some basic commands here, that is exit to completely exit the Veil. It has info command, it has list command, it has options, update and use command. So to use a specific tool you just have to type use and then the number. As we have selected the evasion, we are in the evasion directory, and to list all the evasion payloads we have here, as we can see it is much similar to MSF Console. It says we have 41 payloads loaded here, and to list all the payloads inside this we can simply use list, and as we hit enter you can see we have multiple evasion modules here. We have evasion modules in Ruby, we have them in Python, we have them in Go, CS that is C#, and C language, and we also have some auxiliary modules here as well. And as you can see in the C language we have meterpreter reverse tcp.py, which is much similar to meterpreter reverse TCP we have used before. But since we have used these types of payloads, we are going to use PowerShell today. So we will just copy this path and we will type use 22. Now even if we don't paste the path, we can just simply use it by using its number. So once we type 22, you can see we have a lot of payload information available here. The payload information tells us the name of this payload, that is pure PowerShell reverse TCP stager. Its language is PowerShell, its rating is excellent, and the description is also available about this payload here. Also it has already selected a payload here for us, and we have some required options here. We can select the domain, we can change the host name, and as we can see few things are already set, but we also have to set the lhost here, that is for our IP address of our Metasploit handler, that is our own Kali Linux machine. We can change min browsers, we can change processors, we can add sleep numbers. And what sleep stands for is when we execute a payload on the machine, it will take few more seconds before executing, so that antivirus software won't detect it. So let's set our lhost first, that is 192.168.29.178, and then we will set sleep option here to 20 seconds. And to generate this payload you just have to type command generate, and once you generate this payload, it will ask us for the name of the output file. So we will just give it a name as PowerShell payload, and I will hit enter, and as you can see it is generated. Its language is PowerShell, its payload module is this, but what's more important for us is these two options. that is source code it is written to, and the metasploit resource file. And as we can see, it is created in .bat file, and .bat file is generally more detectable for any antivirus vendor because it's not any application, it's just a simple code that is ready to be executed. So any antivirus software can easily detect it and stop it right there. So what we'll do here is just simply open Firefox and we will download a very useful application that is bat to exe converter that is available on GitHub, and it's an open source tool. So we will just go to this GitHub repository, and as we scroll down we can see its description, and we will just simply copy the link here and we will open another terminal and we will type git clone and then we will paste the command here, and as we click enter it is cloning into our machine and it is successfully cloned here. So we will just type ls, and as we can see this b2e file is here. So let's go to this file and type ls once again, and as we can see we have a zip file here. Now to unzip this file you just have to type unzip and the file's name and hit enter, and it is unzipped. And now as I have told you that to use a Windows app, we have an app called Wine here that will be installed during the installation of Whale tool. So we will just type Wine and then the name of our application. So just hit enter and the Wine is starting right here. So let's just wait for a minute and we will see how we can convert this .bat file to .exe file. So we will click OK, we will agree to this agreement, we will click next and we will just simply install this thing and we will launch this exe converter right away. And let's go back to our terminal first, that is this, and we will open our .exe converter. And as I have told you that these two options, that is source code written to and metasploit resource, is very important for us, and how we can convert this bat file to exe is just one step away. So you just have to click on the file, you have to open a file, and for that you have to go to the C directory. Okay, so locate this file, and to open this file you just have to click here open and go back to the desktop file, go in the root directory, select var directory, and in the var we have to select the lib directory, and once we click on the lib, navigate to Whale directory here, and as we found Whale directory, just click on the output, then source, and in the source we have this .bat file. So just open it, and as we have opened this file here, you can do a lot of things here. You can select icon to it, you can create a password for it, you can also change its working format, you can request admin privileges so that whenever your target opens or executes this file, it will ask for admin privileges, and once he allows the admin privileges, you will gain the root privileges on his account. So you can check this also, but never use this packer enable compression because most of the exploits or most of the payloads use this thing. Many of the antivirus software can detect this as well. So you can change things according to your liking here, but we won't change anything, so we can just simply go to the converter and hit convert, and once you convert this file you just have to close this, click on the yes, and then we open another terminal and type here msf console, go back to the terminal here and copy this path, and to use that exploit, once you send that exploit to your friend, just type resource here and paste that resource file here, and once you execute that command here, it will automatically open a reverse TCP handler on your MSF console, and once your victim executes that file, a meterpreter session will open here, and just like in the previous section in the SSH video, we knew that the session was running in the background but meterpreter shell wasn't opened in our terminal. So you just have to type command sessions and you will have all the sessions in front of you. Then you have to type command sessions -i and the session ID that must be 1, and once you hit enter, the meterpreter shell will open and you will gain full access on your victim's computer.